Hi, and welcome to Fifth Quarter. I'm Austin Smith.
And I'm Jordan Wood. In this edition of Fifth Quarter, we'll provide a quick recap of the second edition of the Crosstown Showdown.
Later in the show, Gavin Wilson will give us a recap on how the softball senior night went down.
All this and more on this edition of Fifth Quarter. Lee Summit looks to continue their strong cross-country season in conference. Braden Weeks and Emily Woodruff give us the rundown.
The Tigers ran into conference on October 6th. Luke Byrne would instantly establish the pace, taking the early lead. Damian Cunningham would fight hard to stay toward the front as Jack Belmer would push him from slightly behind. Unfortunately, Byrne would not have enough gas as Staley's Preston Wheeler would push him into second place just before the final stretch. He would finish with a time of 16:59. The girls would get out quickly, with Michaela Clark sliding into the first place spot. The Tigers would stay the course as Lillian Holleran would trudge her way through the mud. Clark would stay strong, leaving a smile on Coach Anderson's face as she would cross the line in 2024 in third place. Be sure to catch both teams at the Lake Chacoma course on October 20th for districts. Signing off for Fifth Quarter, I'm Braden Weeks.
Your first season on varsity, your first cross-country season in general, you come in as a junior. Tell me about how that experience has been for you.
Well, it was wild. Beginning of the year, tried out for the soccer team, and I actually got cut. So I was just like, whatever, let's do cross-country, you know. Tried it out, started off the year kind of rough, but since I ran track freshman year, I kind of had a little bit of conditioning already in me, so I kind of just regained all of that and got an 18:31 5K.
So tell me about that transition from soccer to cross-country. What did you do to prepare for cross-country?
I didn't really do any preparing. It was just kind of just wanted to stay in shape, you know, and just was looking to have some fun. So it wasn't anything serious, but, you know.
So coming back to cross-country, are you going to run track this year?
Yeah, that's the goal. We're going to try to break a 5-minute mile.
5 minute, all right.
Yeah.
All right, good luck. Thank you. Signing off for Fifth Quarter, I'm Braden Weeks.
For those of us who can't participate on the field, fantasy football is a good way to enjoy the sport, teachers included. Jordan Wood and Kyle Cumberland give us a look.
Yeah, I love fantasy football. I'm in 2 leagues right now.
Some students at Lee Summit High School have become obsessed with fantasy football. However, a handful of teachers are getting in on the fun as well.
Me personally, I have 3 leagues this year. Yeah.
5 years ago, social studies staff member Allison Black created a league of her own.
Me and Mr. Donahue were talking about sports, and he was making the argument that baseball is better than football. And I remember telling him that I thought he'd really get into football if he was in a fantasy football league.
The league's competition hasn't changed since its first year.
Antonio Brown goes for a 63-yard touchdown, scores the touchdown, does a little somersault into the end zone, and the only person more excited than he was me, because I had won the championship in my first year, and I've been hooked ever since.
The competition hasn't changed, and neither has the prize.
So in our fantasy league, there is no betting.
We play for pride, and the winner knows what that means.
Pretty sure it's just bragging rights.
New staff members have joined the league and already feel a part of the social studies family.
Obviously something outside of schoolwork and like fantasy football obviously brings a little bit more fun to every friendship and relationship.
Signing out for Fifth Quarter,
and struts into the end zone.
I'm Jordan Wood.
Tiger Soccer would enter their crosstown rivalry matchup against the Lee Summit North Broncos, being ranked number 1 in the state. Kyle Creason fills us in.
Last Friday, Lee Summit High School played Lee Summit North in their 5th district game. The Broncos would start the lead in the first with a goal from midfielder Kyle Rock. The game would go into the second half with a run up the middle by Jackson Wood, who'd help the Tigers come back, making it 1-1. The game would go into double overtime with both teams keeping it at a stalemate. The Tigers would advance on penalties where Nick Frelick would be the first to score, putting the Tigers up 1-0. Jackson would also shine on defense, blocking Kyle Rock and Deshaun Ransburg. The Tigers would put themselves on top 3-1 from a goal from Max Spicer and Caleb Brady. Jackson Woods would lead the Tigers' victory as they would continue their 10-win streak, defeating the Broncos 4-1 in penalties. Signing off for fifth quarter, I'm Kyle Creason.
Tiger football would enter their game against the Central High School Indians with their record being 4-2. Josh Walker gives us the recap.
Tigers, coming off an explosive win, look to repeat their success. The first half was a stalemate between the two teams. Adrian Block would be effective, catching balls with 5 receptions for 49 yards. Tigers' defense would tear up the Indians' offense with a season-high 4 sacks. Finally, after a defensive battle, Tigers forced the Indians to punt near the end zone, which would go straight through their end zone and lead to a safety. Tigers were up 2-0 at halftime. Finally getting things rolling, Darius Pearsall found Ryan Belt, who fought his way for a touchdown. Central would respond with a score of their own, but the Tigers were not done yet. Darius Pearsall would run his way into the end zone to make the score 15-6. That would be Darius' first rushing touchdown of the season. Despite the Indians' last chance efforts, they would fall short to the Tigers. Signing off for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Josh Walker.
Lee Summit played their senior night against Park Hill South. Gavin Wilson has the recap.
Lee Summit Tigers 5-14 on the season face 14-10 Park Hill South Panthers on senior night. The Panthers would start off strong, hitting a double followed by a single, putting them out in front 2-0. The Panthers continued their offensive success in the 4th inning as they tacked 2 more on the board. However, the scoreless Tigers would answer back, hitting a single in the bottom of the 6th and then hitting a 2-run home run by Kaylee Lyles. Sadly, the Tigers would be defeated 6-2. Signing out for fifth quarter, I'm Gavin Wilson. Tiger Volleyball would take on the Truman Patriots at home. Morgan Wiseman fills us in.
The Lady Tigers have a flying start with the hard spike by Jordan Gherkin. Talon Hughes receives the serve while Haley Steinhauser sets for Claire Wagner going in for the kill. Coach Hanaway cheers the girls on as they keep their lead. Ending the first set, the Tigers win 25-13. Starting off the second set, the Tigers attack the net with a block by Claire Wagner and Kendall Boone. Talon Hughes attempts to receive the spike but fails to bring it up, making the score 23-24. The Lady Tigers keep a tight score between the Patriots but fall short by 2 points. Starting off the third set, Jordan Gherkin and Harper Snyder go in for the block. Claire Wagner serves the ball, but the Patriots fail to receive, sending it out of bounds. Morgan Sanders goes in for the spike, but was blocked. The Tigers win. The Tigers' record since the Truman game has been 3-3. Signing out for fifth quarter, this is Morgan Wiseman.
Loud Crowd is known for wanting to will on its athletes. However, the usual stars of the show wanted to turn the table. Austin Smith has more.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Fifth Quarter. For sports packages and more, go to www.tigerbroadcast.com. For live streams, go to www.tigerbroadcast.net.
And follow us on Twitter at SportsTBTV8. Signing out for fifth quarter, I'm Jordan Wood.
And I'm Austin Smith. We'll see you next time.